Hi, everybody. This is Attorney Wilberforce Agyekum, Ivylaw office. Just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the citizenship interview for your U.S. citizenship. So now you've had your green card for at least the requisite 5-year period, and you're ready to go ahead and apply to be a citizenship of the United States of America. And it is a process. The interview stage is generally your final stage before you take the oath of citizenship, if approved for citizenship. Okay. Now, for the interview, you want to make sure you bring certain things with you to that interview. You want to bring your state government issued ID. You want to bring your your green card, your permanent residence card. You want to bring your passport. Okay, if you have multiple passports, especially if they're valid, current, you definitely want to bring all of them. But definitely bring your most current and your most current passport with you. Also, any updates. You want to bring any updates you have, updates in employment, updates in your address. If you have changed your address prior to the interview, you want to bring something that shows proof of your new address, whether it's a bank statement or a new driver's license for if you live in a new state or what have you. Just something that the officer can use to verify your new address. Um, and also note that if they have not, what happened today for the U.S. Citizenship interview for a client was that they had moved about a month ago. And the officer indicated that although they had done well on their citizenship interview and the questions, she will have to refer and transfer the file over to the new states as they would have jurisdiction over their case going forward, which at that point should only be the ceremony, the oath of citizenship ceremony. So it was interesting. I believe the officer has done that before. In some cases, if you are still technically a resident of that jurisdiction, I've seen instances where they would go ahead and approve it. But however, in this case, it was okay with my clients because they seem to prefer to have to do the oath of the new residents anyway, instead of having to return to Maryland in order to do that. So in most cases, you are always, in fact, you're always required to notify the USCIS anytime you change your address, as long as, especially when you have any type of application or petition pending before the agency. So it's one of those things that everybody's supposed to do. But note that it could add a little extra step of delay if your current address at the interview is different from the one that was filed with the agency before the interview. Okay. Also, in terms of preparation, don't take the interview civics questions lightly. You are required to get 6 out of 10, 6 out of 10 correct in order to have successfully completed that part of the requirement. And if you do get 6 out of 10 correct, then you're okay. So just be sure to review all the questions. You can find a copy of the questions at the USCIS. Review all the questions over and over and over again. It's probably the last time you would take this exam, hopefully. So you want to make sure it is the last time you take it. So take it seriously, study it, learn it. In particular, know the government structure, know who your representatives are in your state and in the country. Okay, know it, all of it. You won't use all of it. You will not be asked about all of those things, but at least 10 of them will be put to you, and you're expected to get 6 out of 10 correct. With a little study, you will get that. So remember, that's the first part. One part of the interview that you will get will be over the civics. That's the government and the U.S. system questions related to that. And then the officer will go over the information contained in your N-400 application for citizenship. So everything that is in there, the officer will review with you. And so you want to be familiar with what you filed by reviewing that document before your interview, so you are prepared to answer them. And if there's any changes you want to make, you can notify the officer at that time and make that change. So um, take everything seriously, review everything, and also be sure to bring your IDs, your passport, and everything else that you need with you. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. All right. And if everything goes well, the officer will go ahead and let you know. In some cases, it will be done on the spot. The officer has no issues. There's no delay. There's no change of address. There's no major updates with your application. Then you will generally be approved. In some cases, right there, right away, and the officer will give you your oath and ceremony date right there. If for any reason the officer has a reason to withhold the decision, they will do that, and then you'll be informed of the decision and the next steps forward by email, by letter correspondence, U.S. mail correspondence from the agency. So one way or another, you're going to find out. Also, one thing to remember: if you've had any type of violations, whether it's traffic violations and certainly criminal issues, if you've been arrested for a crime, you've been charged for a crime, if you've had even a speeding ticket between the time you became a permanent resident and the time you are now applying for your citizenship and you are at that interview, you have to disclose that information to the officer if it's not already contained in your application material. So that is very important. And if you have such an issue, bring documents related to that issue, especially the disposition of that particular case, to the interview with you, because the officer is going to want to see them. Okay? Not all crimes will be disqualifying or will render you ineligible for citizenship, but some might. So you want to make sure you consult a lawyer if you do have some criminal issues regarding your application. Okay, it's very important that you just don't show up hoping it will be okay. You need to have legal counsel or somebody who understands the U.S. immigration system and the process review your case to let you know what you may have to do or what you can't do. But you definitely have to bring the documentation and be prepared to discuss that matter with the officer. You will be asked about crimes, and you are expected to disclose whatever may be in there. Okay. Also, yeah, get to the interview on time. If you don't, it could be a problem. You may have to wait a lot longer to get your citizenship if you don't get there on time. Okay. During the interview, answer all the questions correctly. Be honest. If there's something you don't understand, you can ask the officer to repeat or clarify. If there's some information you don't know or don't have, be honest with the officer and let him or her know that. Okay. Don't make up something if you don't know it's a fact. The officers are not there to trip you up. This is your citizenship interview. It is not your green card interview. Those are a lot harder. But the citizenship interview, so long as you follow the rules and the steps and all the requirements that are necessary, you should be fine. But again, if there are any criminal issues at all, you want to discuss that with an attorney before you go to your interview. It is very important. Okay? Any criminal issues, even misdemeanors, talk about those with your attorney as well. All right? And, good luck. Good luck. If you have any questions, if you need an attorney, to assist you with immigration or any type of interview before the USCIS, you can let us know, and we'll be happy to assist you. You can reach us at ivylawoffice.com and send us an email through there. You can request a consultation or just email, and phone contacts are all on the website, and you can reach us that way. Okay? All right. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you next week at Ivylaw Office. Bye-bye.